Dude keeps moving. Is that what it is? There you are, you dick. Oh shit. Guardians of the Spear for 2,000 plus years till Layla potted along, right? Yeah, I think so? Whistling bush and you're like, now what? This should be like a grand rare occurrence for you. Everyone just needs to go away. Oh, what are you bastards? No. Go away, heron. If I take him on, I'm gonna have the rest of the place after me, aren't I? Possibly just one of the special people, the ones who can reincarnate. Stealing Pythagoras' job, he was her dad and half Isu. I can't remember. You're remembering the sage. I think it's the sage who can reincarnate. That was one of the ones, that was the dude in Black Flag, wasn't it? Who was trying to release his face from the computers. So Black Flag, you were an employee. I don't actually know who your character was, I just know that Rebecca and Sean were in the vicinity and there was the computer dude, the IT guy, who was wanting you to do something so he could release Juno from their computer system. I think that was it. Right, well, you get your ass over here.
What's going on?
I like how they sound like they've got a helmet over them. Over their faces. Go, 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 go!
There, a scout.
Confirm the kills. Stab them again when they're already dead.
I've seen to the scouts. Bassam and Guthrum will be waiting in the woods east of Porchester.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know, the stages. Okay, here's it's a really strange thing. Was the sage one of the other Isu, like the... It was a man, wasn't it? I'm sure it was a man. There was not one that wanted to save Juno in, like, you know, her time. And he kept reincarnating and trying to do the same thing over and over again. I may have that wrong. This is why you need a full playthrough, because I'm like, was it this? Was it that? And I haven't played them all since Origins came out, and that was, what, 4 years ago? No, what I meant was like he had a specific name, like how you've got Juno and Minerva. he had a name back then, didn't he? In their time. Am I getting it completely wrong? Who am I thinking of? See, this is why you need a full playthrough before Jupiter? Oh. Jupiter. Revelations. Jupiter refers to Minerva and Juno as his sisters. Okay. No, wait, I don't know. Sage? Okay, the sage. Oh! Aita. It wasn't Jupiter, it was Aita. Are human reincarnations of Aita, a member of the Isu, and the husband of Juno. Oh, there was more than one! Oh god, yeah! Because you killed him in Unity as well. He was, wow. Fucking knew it! Okay, notable sages included Templar Grand Masters, was it Jacques de Molay, Francois Thomas Germain, carpenter, and explorer Thomas Kavanagh, Jr., pirate Bartholomew Roberts, and Abstergo Entertainment employee John Standish, as well as an unidentified Templar Master spy working for Germany in World War I London, and Elijah, the son of Desmond. I knew the son was mentioned and he was a sage. I don't know where the son is. I can't remember how we read or heard about that. I also don't know which timeline they're referring to because they make it sound like there's multiple things going on at once. Is it mentioned? Is Elijah mentioned? Born 2005. Just their time. The illegitimate son of Desmond Miles. Wait. Mentioned to Clay? Oh, was this stuff that was in comics? No, Clay was Subject 16. As per any of the games. So this is biography for Elijah. He was born 2005, as a sage illegitimate son. From 2017-2018, Elijah worked alongside the instruments of the First Will, who served the interests of Juno and sought her return. He soon turned on Juno, it's probably comic related, and instruments to save himself and fled with the is it Koh-i-Noor? Or Koh-i-Noor. That was a thing that was mentioned in Syndicate, wasn't it? It's a piece of Eden. I think it was the comics. So early life, 2005, ran away from his assassin family, settled in New York. Oh, that was in 2005. Desmond ran away, settled in New York. Met a woman with whom he unknowingly conceived a child. September 2012, Elijah was cryptically mentioned by Clay to his unknowing father Desmond. So Clay was Subject 16. The one that was trapped inside when you had the one that had the long ass credits, I think. October 2015, Elijah's mother brought him to an Abstergo clinic in New York. In fact, a front allowing Templars to collect DNA from the general population, at which point Abstergo discovered his nature as a sage and that he shared a yeah, shared it with Desmond Miles. Who the fuck is Alvaro? I can't remember. Wished to kidnap the boy, immediately conduct a vivisection on him. Isabel Ardent, I recognise that name, opposed this, claiming the young sage's own project decision was inhumane. She instead planned to have Abstergo abduct the boy when he was old enough, then put him in Animus for 50 years. So they could study his lineage. Ardent was killed before this plan could be enacted, however. Later that year, following Juno's ascendancy leadership with instruments of the First Will, Violet da Costa sent Richmond to kidnap Elijah and bring the latest avatar of Juno's beloved Aita to her. Breaking into their home, Richmond stabbed Elijah's mother to death in the kitchen, before securing the sleeping boy in his bedroom. Brought back to the instruments, Elijah was then told of his true nature and potential, with Richmond being tasked to take care of him. February 2017, Elijah was among those instruments who ambushed Barindra Mitra's cell in Hong Kong, looking for intel about the Phoenix Project. That was mentioned in one of the previous games, the Phoenix Project. Assassins broke into Abstergo offices located in a skyscraper, but were soon butchered by the group. Sitting on a desk, the boy watched the ordeal, eating an apple, and spoke to Charlotte de la Cruz, acting as if they met before. If this is comics, there's so much that is not seen. When you finished Revelations, you took a shower and it was still going by the time you got back. Oh no. See, this is what I don't like about the Assassin's Creed games. I like it when you have something which is consistent in having the fandom and the stuff important. And I deem that kind of important because you have seen the sages throughout and you have killed various ones and you've had run-ins with various ones. And they are, you know, it was a thing. He's Juno's husband. You were told that he was coming back. And then they do all this shit out with the games. Or, you know. Oh.
Cast about this land, my friend.
It's like, great, so you're only getting part of a story. The horse is stuck in there.
When you have stared
Oh,
into
that's
as
not
many
laughter.
dead eyes as I have,
So yeah.
it's hard to see anything but emptiness.
Oh
In the
jeez.
end, we are meeting
But no,
the
he's
Witch's fate, sure as
he
hopes. That's
so
all
he ended
there
up
is.
taking his revenge on his mother's murders. Stabbed Richmond with a
Here's the
screwdriver
raven feeder now.
and helped Charlotte to kill Juno, so that was probably the comic then. Escaped into the Australian desert with the Kauai Nur. Oh, Assassins and Templars alike are operating on the assumption that Elijah was killed. So he's indirectly mentioned in Brotherhood. He's mentioned in a database entry only in Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Uprising is comic. Yeah, it's comic. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. That story's literally the only thing that makes AC interesting, otherwise it's just punching people simulator. I don't get why the fuck to relegate the interesting shit to a comic. I don't know, well, imagine at some point I said there they were running on the assumption that he was dead, both the Assassins and Templars think that. If they bring him into the game at some point, he's like, if he isn't dead, then people are going to be like, where the fuck did this come from? And if you haven't played the earlier games, and instead it was Syndicate, he was a first proper mention, you're not really going to know who or what the fuck's going on.
The scouts are dead, and you're safely encamped. I told you this would work.
Time will tell.
Any
Oh.
eye that saw you has been dimmed by death.
You are not short on confidence. That much is clear.
A leader should not second-guess themselves. Nobody respects a tremble heart.
I have known plenty as brash as you. Not many are left in this world.
I found something of interest on one of the scouts.
First
Told
option.
us news of
Third one
Dryden's
also gets
fall.
mentioned.
She's gathering men and supplies, perhaps to weather a siege.
If she is allowed to dig in at Porchester,
Porchester.
it might be months before we can get Sigurd out.
Months?
You still say I am reckless in my haste, Guthrum.
Saxons! Saxons from the west!
I say your haste has put us squarely in the shit.
Guthrum. Language.
Fulke was forewarned. There must have been more scouts than we knew of.
What's done is done. Save your breath for the fight.
Oh crap.
Let's play.
Come on then!
They're giving ground. Push them back.
Oh crap. Whoa, hi! Oh! Try to dodge out of the way! Oh, you absolute bastards. Whoa! Speedy Gonzales over here. Shit. Oh, you bloody missed. Holy shit. Wait, what's that going on?
God grant me strength!
He's gonna.
Not much longer, Cores!
Oh, God. Wait, is anyone up here still? We good? We're good. I think they're.
The Saxons
I think they're gonna try and take me.
Trample them into the mud!
Because they're gonna try and drag me down. Fucking hell. Hi. Oh! Oh fuck, that's my dude. I just don't want to hit you!
Finish him!
Wow. I missed so much there. Where I can't tell who the hell is who. I think I got some.
We bring Christ home! My dear!
Worked for me. I can. Cool. Oh, jeez, hi. People suddenly. Yeah, if you want to make a comic, can code digital version of the game, yeah. I think what they might do in the next game is release a massive story synopsis where they just cover absolutely everything, because I think they're starting to suffer from Kingdom Hearts syndrome a bit.
They flee like rabbits.
Then we chase them like hounds. That ugly bastard's head is mine. Not if I get there first, slow arse.
Leave him. The day's already won.
It's a strange one in that the whole thing with the sage isn't necessarily needed to be known.
No!
Oh shit, was that Brothier and Broder?
Big mistake.
Death has found you, Saxon.
You'll join your friends soon enough. Is it for that withered bag of skin you fight? For Sigurd the
Shit.
Sickly?
If Sigurd does...
Oh. Killed him that quickly, we didn't even get the rest of that
false
sentence.
deities like a plague to this land. But you know nothing of those who truly decide our fate.
I decide your fate today, Saxon.
I am ready for my final journey. Let me see what lies beyond.
Ooh. I don't know which one to do. But yeah, with rollers just too dense. Yeah. So intricate, you can't do much without introducing a billion retcons. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm guessing they think they've put the whole Juno thing to rest. So Minerva and Juno, Aita, and Jupiter might be done with. What we've got now in this game was the person speaking at Bayek and he didn't have a clue. I don't know which voice that was. Was it Alethea? That was in Odyssey, which is the one you would hear when you would upgrade the weapon. I don't know what was introduced with the Odyssey DLC, because that had Atlantis, which I believe was Isu related area, maybe. And in this one, it might be that Alethea woman again. So when I'm doing the glitches, the animus glitches or animus anomalies, there's recordings that are kicking off as well. There's two of them talking, man and a woman. For all we know, that could be like Juno and Aita, old recordings, you know. And they mention Mad One, but I don't know if that's who that's in reference to either. But to hit the reset button somewhat, leave the characters we know and focus on a completely new team of assassins. Well, they kind of did with Layla. In that, when they introduced her, you were in a cave with someone else helping you. And at the end, Desmond's father comes and picks you up and saves you from the Templars. He never expanded on it. And then there was a whole bunch of them that were mentioned when it came to Odyssey, like at the end and throughout. And that was about it. You mean like a new Desmond? Yeah. Well, I think Layla, unless they resolve something, she seems more... I don't know about more important, but I think she suffered the same fate, and that she done something she didn't mean to. I'm guessing again in the DLC, to the person who was helping her in the first game, because she was overtaken by the spear from Odyssey. At least in the little bits of information, that's what I gleaned from it. She kind of went through a similar But they can't seem to leave Rebecca and Sean behind though, can they? But I don't know who else is heading up the team. Because there was someone else mentioned. What was it? Was it Unity? It might have been Unity. There was someone else who was kind of in charge. But it was like the grey area where you didn't really have an assassin as such. Because you were delving into data that had been taken by Abstergo. Through the eyes, in Black Flag, through the eyes of a random person, as far as I know. And after that, I can't remember. Take a message.
I will not. Go and tell Folke what you saw today. Tell her Eivor is coming to tear her heart from her chest.
I will tell Fulke her opponent is a weakling who does not have the stomach to finish what they started.
I mean, you're kind of not going to get that because
You will regret
the state of
this,
you.
Mercy.
What a state. Fuck it, we're doing it anyway. That's what you're going to say, we're doing it anyway. Oh no, I'm gonna lose
He
people!
is dead, Eivor. No breath within him. Gods, I've never seen the raucous bastard so quiet.
Shit.
You are wounded, brother. Let me bear your brother to the camp.
Oh, this is gonna be like the slow descent. We've led everyone to ruin going after Sigurd.
He was always quicker than me. Beat me out of the womb
Don't
by
even know who
mere
Layla
moments.
is. Got to follow Desmond quite often.
Has
Long
beat
section
me
that spawns
to
back to the
Valhalla.
open world. Layla do seem like one of those random mass assassins you occasionally read about in a report.
This crow feast is my doing.
No blame stains you, Eivor. He cut his own path.
Are you
Always
invisible?
did. For him.
What are you? Are you? There is someone there. They're just kind of cloaked. You just barely see them against the the skyline. Oh, magical. You'd prefer if you played as Sean? Oh, that would be an interesting one. Yeah, I think with Layla, they lost the whole jumping in and out quite a bit, didn't they?
I was saying something. For him, there's
You
no
don't-
more strife and pain.
Get the interaction between them.
Glorious battle and the forever feast.
Layla is just... It feels like she's not part of the group.
Reckless stripling. I warned you the risk was too great.
Peace, Guthrum. It is Fulke who merits your wrath, not Eivor.
You have not seen the half of my wrath. How many of my men now lie dead on account of this
Oh
glory order?
jeez.
In spite of our losses, we claim victory here. Arguing over blame will not bring the dead back.
If this is what a Raven Clan victory looks like, I cannot wait to see what happens when
Oh,
you
Guthrum.
lose.
What happened here? Uba, Soma, you come at a black hour.
And too late to bloody our blades. More's the pity.
I hope to take Porchester with this one, but folk is forewarned now. I have no more appetite for this. I will go west.
Go then. But know you leave me in a time of need.
What you need is to swallow your pride, Raven Feeder. Listen to wiser heads than yours.
Eivor?
I will hear you, Guthrum Saxonbane, if you wish to speak your piece.
You want your Jarl back? You must be cold as frost. Bravery is your enemy as often as your friend. We do not dash ourselves against hopeless courses. We arrive unexpected, strike swift, gather your allies. Pick your moment. Then,
I have them
only
all.
then, you
Looks according to
crush
Rand
them.
V.
You can triumph yet. Go with the wisdom of Odin, the power of Thor, the wit of Freya. Go and find your brother.
Is that the pep talk?
Guthrum spoke in anger, but there is wisdom in what he says.
I heard and heeded. I'm not too proud to admit my mistake.
Then there is wisdom in you as well.
We will wait for our allies before the final attack. Until then, we have work to do.
Well, I did wonder why they weren't all there. But you let me continue anyway.
First, we need a new camp. The Saxons think we have retreated, but we will draw even closer. Here.
Arrive unexpected.
Erke, Stove, Juvena, right there ahead of me. Together, we will bring them down.
It brings me no pleasure to fight my own people. But a debt is a debt.
Besides, they're men of Wessex, Alfred's folk. No brothers of yours.
We will set off immediately. Together we will fall upon them as Thor's hammer.
After that, we should strike at Fulke's supplies all across Sussex.
Yes. If she is allowed to dig in at Portchester, we will lose our chance to rescue Sigurd.
The letter I found on the scout mentioned Bridgeworth, Guildeford, and Crowley.
They produce weapons in Crowley, food in Guildeford. Bridgeworth is a stronghold. Many Saxon swords there.
Uber, I need your axe arm at Guildeford. Soma, you and your men will aid me in Crowley.
Count on us.
I will go to Bridgeworth and take a measure of things there.
Good. I'll join you after I've dealt with the Saxon camp.
A lion's heart and a crow's cunning. Guthrum judged you too swiftly.
We have work to do. Let's be about it.
Okay. But you can read a bit about her family and stuff in emails and whatever, but it doesn't really count for me. Desmond had half of an entire game dedicated to him, Layla's got maybe 2 hours total.
Soma and Uba.
Oh, I know
I
so little.
I would have liked to offer a better welcome after
About
your long
Layla.
journey.
I'm only sorry we could not be
In the
here
same
sooner.
vein that Desmond
We need
had.
a short while to organize the men. Then we'll set off as soon as we're able.